Hello and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Let's Talk Ticheze podcast. My name is Kapanzila Emmanuel. Now, Let's Talk Ticheze podcast is brought to you by Ticheze digital content creators, and in conjunction with Votami Lodge Conference and Bar here in Ticheze. Now, my guest for today is an entrepreneur, an advocate, and also personally I call him Masemu Farmers. So, Mr. Masemu Farmers, welcome to Let's Talk to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Kapandula Jr. For having me here.
The pleasure is all ours. Now, maybe a brief concerning our topic of discussion for today, maybe for the sake of our viewers, because personally I know it to be Mr. Masemu Farmers. Maybe if you can tell our viewers what your full names are.
Okay. Yeah, my full names are Jethro Phiri.
Okay.
Yeah, Jethro Phiri. I live within Ticheze.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a married man, of course.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a married man. I'm married to a very beautiful lady. 2 girls.
That's good.
Yes. So that's my marital status.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe if you can tell about, maybe if you can just tell us a bit about your background, how you grew up and stuff, how many are you in your family and stuff.
Firstly, I think, as you may wish to know, I was born in Western Province.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was born. So in our family, we were about 9.
Okay.
Unfortunately, 2 departed.
Too bad.
So we only remained with, we are only 7 of us.
Okay.
Yes. I think 4 men and 3 ladies.
Okay.
And I'm the last born in our family.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The last born in our family. I think I started my grade 1 in Western Province.
Okay.
I think that was my level basic school. Until grade 7, I got my exam.
Okay.
Then we relocated, we came to Mumba. That's where my father and my mother had the privilege of acquiring a farm.
Okay.
So that's why we relocated. Unfortunately, I lost my mother. I think that is a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, he's late, but my mother is still there.
Okay.
Yeah, so from there, I did my grade 8 in Angoma. Yeah, so I did my grade 8 in 9. Then I did my grade 10 in Mumba.
Okay.
And so I completed.
What school in Mumbai exactly when you were doing grade 10?
I was at Mumba High School.
Oh, okay. So, with my research team, we researched to say you had worked for Zona back then.
Yes.
Maybe if you can tell us a bit how you became a worker for Zona and stuff.
Yeah, so actually when I completed my grade 12, by then I was living with my sister.
Okay.
She's number 4 in our family. She's a teacher at Sanga High School. So I was living with my sister. You know, when you're done with school, you grow up and now you stop depending on your relatives.
Including your parents.
Exactly. You stop depending on them. You need to fight for your own now. Yeah. So this friend of mine, and I keep saying that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's that one is the one who opened the doors for me.
What's his name?
Hope Fisoro. Hope Fisoro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that guy did a lot. Actually, he's the one that changed my life.
Okay.
Because had it not for him, obvious, I wasn't going to know no one.
Okay.
So, him was working with working with Jonah. Then he decided to call me.
Okay.
So that at least he can also give me those links. Yeah, with no one. So that is how I lived in Sanga and I followed him. By then he was staying in Mumba. No, by now it's in Kawa. And also doing business. And so I left Sanga and I went to Mumba. That is how I started staying with him. for work, I'll remain home. You know, we were just staying the two of us. So definitely, if he goes for work, then I'll remain home and do the house jobs.
Okay. So how was it like living with your sister? Was she married back then or not yet?
Yeah, by then she wasn't. Yeah, by then she wasn't.
Okay.
So she was still single.
Mm.
Yeah. But in the time that I left, she didn't even take me to about less than a year.
Okay. Then how did you continue with your friend?
So from there, I followed him there. I started following him up. We go for work. I go with him just to get his things. Okay. Good enough, his boss, by the name of Mr. Mugia. Yeah, but by then he was a very top agent. Like he had a lot of outlets for Zona. Okay. So he decided to open an outlet in Namsanga. Okay. Then he asked Hope to say, Hope, you come from Namsanga. Do you know anyone that is in your range? Because we don't want just to pick anyone. It's money involved. Okay. People do run away with money. You know, yeah. Such kind of thing. So that was his fear. So when he said, this is your opportunity. Okay. The boss wants to open a new outlet in Namsanga. You go to Namsanga, you say, you are hesitating, I said, yes. Okay. Yes, I'm willing to go to Namsanga and wait. Okay. So that is how he linked me to his boss. We had a conversation. Then we started the process.
Then just to cut you short. There and then, did the boss agree, or maybe he had some doubts to say, Nanga umfano from nowhere there as
that one he didn't even hesitate because what he wanted was someone who knows Namsanga very well to look for the other terror. Okay. So that whatever happens, it's he who's going to be answering. Okay. And not the boss himself. The boss will say, no, you brought that person to me, I don't know him or her. So me, I put the blame on him. So even him, as he was looking for that person, he had to put in mind that whatever that is going to happen will be answering.
What year was that?
That was 2015. 2015. Yes, that was 2015. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I came in 2017. So that was 2015. So that was 2015. And then I was given the job, started working. Yeah, I started working there. I think I worked in Namsanga for less than a year. I'm not really sure about the months, but less than a year. Then later on, he decided to open other outlets here in Ticheze. Okay. He said, I want now, since we had created that friendship, now he knew me in and out. And he had trust in me, depending on how I was working for him. And he said, I want you. Are you willing that if I give a transfer from Namsanga to Ticheze, can you manage to relocate? And I said, yes. Okay. He said, how do I relocate? I said, okay, get prepared. And so I said, it took just about a week. He said, we got money, organize everything. That's how I came here. I started working as a Zona. I continued working as a Zona tailor, not an agent. I was working for him. So I worked for him here from 2017. Just wait. I had no any issues. I did not steal from him, not even a coin. Okay. That one, I was very faithful.
Now, being that you came here in the state, you should be 2017?
2017.
Yes. Were you under Zona, or maybe when you had stopped?
No, I was still under Zona, but not working for Zona, working for someone. Okay. That someone was an agent. Okay. That same agent was working for Zona. Okay. And it's more like this time Airtel Money. Yes. Those people that did Airtel Money, those are agents. But the owner of the company, they were none. Japanese. So that's how it was with his owner. So that man I was looking for, he was an agent.
Okay.
Now for him to run the business, he can't operate all the 10 or 50 outlets. He need to employ tailors. So that is how he came in as his workers. They were calling us tailors.
Okay. Were you the first ones to be zone agents in Ticheze?
Yeah, here in Ticheze, no. I think by then I had found Mr. Abi Kapanza and I had found Mr. Chipasha.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chipasha. Those are the people that I found here.
Okay.
So I think I can count myself to be the third one.
Okay.
Yes.
Then how was the competition? Being that you found those already established, then you came in now as an zone
Agent.
tailor.
Or tailor. Okay, so I'll talk about the tailor before I go to the agent. Yeah, it was really tough because by then we were just there was no office. We were just using process to my booth.
Okay.
So to give you enough money, it was too risky.
Okay.
Yeah, it was too risky. Anything can happen with money or people can attack you. So we were working. I was working with Mini Muka. Now for my colleagues, they had like, if you get a 50 pin, pump it into their business, the safety is at least somehow 95 guaranteed.
Okay.
So the competition was really stiff, but then for me, I said I came here for business, for serious business. So this competition has to be, I just have to face it. It's very tough for me and the business. So we are competing, I can't lie. Yeah, we are competing, but as you know, you always capitalize on your friends' weaknesses.
Okay.
So I could do that.
Then how are you handling money? Because maybe I'm sure by then you were not the same age as you are right now.
Yes.
How are you handling money back then? Because so how are you handling money back then?
I think I just had the self-discipline.
Okay.
Firstly, I taught myself that this world is too small. I might think I'm very smart today. I don't know. But I will never know what tomorrow will become. Yes. I will still come back to you and ask for your help.
Okay.
So I didn't want to tarnish my name. So I did all what I could to make sure that I'm not carried away.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever that I was doing to use in this business.
So from a tailor, how did you switch now to become an agent?
So what happened was in 20, I was 20, if I'm not mistaken, it was between 2019 and 2020. Zona directed its all top agents, countrywide, to say we want to recruit new agents.
Okay.
So instead of us getting anyone else, we want you to recommend some of your tailors.
Okay.
We want you to recommend some of the tailors because we will know by you recommending them, it means you have assessed them. You've worked with them for a longer period of time, so you know what kind of people they are.
Okay.
So that is how the process started. And luckily, I was one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that was introduced to be as an agent through my boss. My boss has to write a recommendation letter to Nona and recommended everything to say if you upgrade this tailor into an agent, you will never have any problems. Because someone that I've worked with will not be involved. So that is how I was given that privilege of becoming a tailor. Privilege of becoming an agent. So I stopped working for him. Now it was my business.
Okay.
Yes.
Then how did you switch now from being a zona agent into doing your own stuff that you were doing?
So actually, before I even switched from Zona to what I'm doing right now, by then I didn't even the time that I was given the agent the opportunity, I never had any card.
Okay.
Yes. I never had any card because for you to run Airtel money transactions or mobile money transactions, you need to have capital. It could be electrical, electronic form or hard cash.
Okay.
Whichever. But me, I didn't have any.
Then where did it come from?
But I said, I've created a very strong bond with my customers.
Okay.
Yes. Some people could come, for instance, I'm working with 10,000, then someone comes with 30,000 and say, I want to deposit. But the capital that I have is 10 people. It's not possible, I can't deposit it. So the only way is to be very faithful, you talk to them nicely, or you can leave the money, you just give me about 10-15 minutes, you will see your money, you will see the money into your account. And that is what I used to do. And I never ever disappointed my customers. They could leave money with me, good sum of money. Very fast, I rush to the bank, do a deposit, and notify Zona, Zona, or work on my account to make sure that the money is being deposited in my account. Then now, send it to the owner. So that is how I used to work. So I said, if I used to manage to do this for somebody's business, then what can make me fail? So that is how I started. People come, I want to make a draw. Make a draw. You make a cash up. Just give me some few minutes, I organize for you. You accept, okay, I'll come after 10 minutes. And exactly when you come after 10 minutes, you'll find your money. With me, I've made the profit. So I could keep that profit, keep it just like that until I managed to raise about the 5,000 from nothing.
That was your first capital?
Yes, that was my first time. Raising it just like that without anybody giving me money, I raised about the 5,000.
Okay.
That was the beginning. I started running the Zona business, just like that. And it kept increasing.
Okay.
Until Airtel money came in now. And it came with full force. Because Zona had no Zona had no network provider. It didn't have its own network provider, so it used to depend on these three: MTN, Zantel, and Datable.
Okay.
Yeah. So the business became too slow, and I said, before it's too late for me, I need to think and make a decision.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, this business of pharmacy, it has been, I've grown up with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I've grown up with it. Yeah. Most of us in our family, that's what we do.
Okay.
Yeah. So that experience, even when I was working for Zona, that experience was still there. Just that I didn't have where to start from.
Okay.
Yes. So that is how I decided now to switch from Zona. And I said, okay, now let me go back to my usual business, dealing with medicine.
So, what prompted you to maybe start pharmacy? Was it maybe because you saw that maybe in the area where you were, there were no pharmacy stores or?
By the way, by the time that I started the pharmacy business, the pharmacy, I think by then there was just one pharmacy, which was 5-star.
Okay.
Yes. And you know 5-star, just by looking at his stocks, we open, I can't compete with this one.
Where they display their stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
I can't compete with him. When you bring these products, or it an account, stuff like that. But I said, in business, there is always competition.
Okay.
Yeah, I will try my level best. I'll try my level best until I will also find myself there. So that is how I continued running the business. I remember there was a time when I didn't have papers. Yes, I didn't have papers for me to run the pharmacy. So in short, I was running an illegal pharmacy. In Zambia pounced on me. Zambia had to pounce on me.
Okay. What did they tell you?
Actually, not even telling me. They pounced on me. When they pounced on me, they confiscated all my products.
They got it.
Not even the Panama. They got everything. Then after getting everything, they took me to court.
Which year was
That was when was that? Was it not 2022? It was 2020. No. That was 2021.
Okay.
Towards the election, yes.
Okay.
It was 2021. 2021. So, that is how I was taken to court. Together with my other colleagues, we go. So they took us to court. We went to court there. I accepted being found on the wrong side.
And in an illegal pharmacy?
Yes, I accepted. Because I said, if you namukana, something that was supposed to end just here, like even wasting up and even ruin my life.
Okay.
I didn't just accepted. They gave us charges. We paid. I paid the charge that I was given. Then I did not. I remember. I even bought a loan somewhere. Before they confiscated, I got a loan somewhere so I could boost my business. And unfortunately, they came to get the products. They were supposed to service the loan. Creditors are there waiting. It was the pressure was just too much. I can't lie. It's too much. My colleagues, they gave up. But I said, in life, giving up is a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
If you give up in life, it's a sign of being weak. Said, I'm going to start over again. Despite that I don't have papers, I'm going to start.
Okay.
Yes. So that is how I started again. I remember my sister helped me with the 1,000. My other brother helped me with, I don't know if it was, but it was less than 1,000. And I went to Osaka, just got a few products. I knew what people, I knew the products that were really on demand. So that's what I focused on. So that is how I started. And I found myself on that level again, running the business, that's running smoothly.
So since you have mentioned to say you are now running a smooth pharmacy, who are your primary customers? Is that you know to say, I think they don't disappoint.
I think let me say, how can I put it? Because this time around it's really difficult to point at, because even these are my fellow youths. Yeah, they do really support. Okay. Yeah, despite away from maybe the prescription from the hospitals, and people just come to seek help. They will tell you, no, I'm feeling like this. What advice can you give me? But I think this time around it's balanced. Okay. Yes.
Then what makes you different from these other farmers that we have here in Ticheze?
That's a very difficult question. That's a very, very difficult one. I don't know. That one, let me not lie. But maybe it's because of the way I handle my customers. Okay. Yeah, that one I can't lie. Yeah, I'll be very honest with you. Because why I say so? The same people that supported me way back when I was running the other business, are the same people that have followed me, even when I'm running the farmers business. Okay. The same people that are supporting me. So I think I would say it's because of how I carry myself, the way I handle my customers. Yes. And that is very, very important for anyone with the business.
Okay. Then talking of operations, what kind of services do you offer at your pharmacy? Do you offer services such as BP checks, or maybe just offer medication as well?
So there we offer a lot. Just to mention a few. Yeah, we do BP checkups.
Okay.
Yeah, we do malaria tests. Yeah, we do STDs, STIs test. And yeah, I think I've mentioned of HIV.
Yes.
Yeah, HIV and we do. So the only thing that we don't do is to admit people.
Okay.
Yeah, you come in and admit you there and give you a bed and we don't.
Okay.
Because it's a pharmacy, it's not a private hospital or anything.
So then talking of medication, to be precise, how do you handle expiry dates and how do you check them to say, I think what I am carrying, sir? Because what we know for a fact is that when you go at the hospital, they don't give you medication, but when you go at a pharmacy, you find it. So how do you handle with expiry dates? Do you use a software or maybe?
Yeah, so normally the way it's supposed to be, the software has to be there.
Okay.
But since we are still growing, with me, I haven't yet installed the software. So the way I handle my products or expiry dates is I do check my products each and every month.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go through my shop and check so that I see which one is about to expire, not which one has expired. Which one is about to expire, so that we put them on the market. We put them on the market, or maybe we reduce the prices so that it can leave the shelves.
So in short, it's cheaper.
Not cheaper as we want people to go. I mean, even if I want to. What we're trying to avoid is. I'm also trying to avoid to run on the loss. Yes, I'm also trying to avoid to run on the loss. That's why it's even in any business or shop or whatever, when something is about to expire, it's maybe in 4 months expiring it. You know, reduce the price. Maybe it was too expensive. Yes, people are failing to buy. But now, since it's still valid, people can still buy it and use it within a period of 1 month. It means it won't do any harm to their health.
Then at your pharmacy, how many staff have you employed and what are their roles?
At my pharmacy, I've employed, let's see, I think the top one, I'll mention of the pharmacist. Because of course you can't run a pharmacy without a pharmacist.
Okay.
Yes. Without a pharmacist, the pharmacy is illegal, and in short, if you want to apply, they can't even give you the license.
Okay.
And secondly, I've got a pharmacist.
Okay.
Yes. The one they call a pharmacist technologist.
Okay.
Yes. Those people, very, very important when you're running a pharmacy. And thirdly, I've employed a manager, which is my wife. Yes, I employed her. Yes.
Okay.
I employed her. When she comes for work, she is not my wife.
She's your manager.
Yes, when she comes for work, she's my manager.
Okay.
When we go home, she's my wife.
Okay.
Yes. So I employed her. Then thirdly, I employed 2 gentlemen. Those just help us to make sure that the environment is clean, the shelves are clean, the products are clean. Yeah, stuff like that. So those are the people that I employ.
Then do you have any hiring issues when it comes to hiring? Is there anyone who has swindled you before that made you to have hiring issues?
So far, no, I can't lie. I didn't encounter anyone.
Okay. Then talking of suppliers and purchasing, who are your top 3 suppliers or distributors?
So my top 3 suppliers are, there is Karibu Pharmaceuticals, there's Shiv. I think I don't have two. Those are really people that I trust very much.
Okay.
Yes.
Because what we know is that when you go to the hospital, the clinic, we find that there's no medication there. But when you go to a pharmacy, you will find them. So I thought that if maybe you have any doctor who is a supplier and stuff.
I know. I think people should know this. Yeah, I know it happens somewhere. Yeah, but what we need to understand is that even when I tell you to say, for instance, there is that private clinic that you will find that when you go there, you'll be attended to in a nice way. Or in short, you will find the medication there. You see, because that is a private owned business.
Okay.
So from the hospital, it's for them. I think I believe for them to have the needed medicine, it's a process. Somebody has to sign, the other person has to sign. So for it to reach that level, it may even take about 6-7 months. But for me, because that is my business, if you come today, you're looking for Panadol, then you don't find it. You understand? Not so.
Yes.
The next day you come, you don't find it. Somehow it's fine. The third day you come, you don't find it. You will never come. Yes. Because you'll be demoralized. Why should you be coming to look for something every day and you don't find it? You switch, you go to the next pharmacy. So we take serious and immediate decisions. Because if I lose you today, I lose you the other day. It means I'll lose you for real.
Okay.
So he said when things are done today, we make sure that we organize, we find them. Unless if they don't exist.
So there was a conversation that we had, it should be 2 weeks from now, where people are complaining that it's like Bebama or Ninga Mafama, so it's like the doctors, they don't such employment. How do you handle such criticism?
I'll be very honest with you. Do you know that even a doctor can run a pharmacy?
Okay.
Yes. A doctor is just a human being like you. A doctor can run a pharmacy. There is no problem. The laws of Zambia doesn't bar doctors from running a pharmacy.
Okay.
Or any health worker from running a pharmacy. What is prohibited is to get something or to get medicine that belongs to the public, then you go and sell them for you to make profit. That is what the problem is.
Okay.
Yes. So, like what you mentioned to say, maybe we are running animal doctors. It's a farmer's business can be managed by anyone. Even you can manage a farmer's business.
Okay.
Yes, you can manage it.
Then how do you handle drug shortages? Which products are waste when it comes to drug shortages? Maybe in the district or maybe from the distributors. How do you handle that?
That one, it really affects us as well. We really get affected, more especially when that product it's really on demand. People like it so much, they will find that when we go in the market, it's not there.
Okay.
It becomes so difficult that you even fail to explain to customers because they'll come and look for the same product. They don't need any explanation.
Okay.
They don't need any explanation. So, they must have. But we try by all means. If we fail to find it elsewhere, we try by all means. Maybe we can find it maybe from other suppliers. But if it fails, then we just have to accept and tell our client that I have done what I said.
Okay. We're in a world of technology, and we know that there are places where people come up with counterfeit stuff. How do you handle counterfeit risks?
So counterfeits are not those that have never say. I think I came across one or two.
Okay.
Yes. But counterfeits you can able to tell. Because me, I think I'm very convinced with money. At least I know how it is. Even if they have changed the notes, the new notes now, but I'll be able to tell that this is not the original one. But what we've never done is to get someone and take them to the law enforcers. I know we've never done that. The only thing we do is to original. Give us the original. Yes. Because we don't know where they've gotten it from, so we don't steal money there. So even when depositing money to the bank, I've never encountered such.
Then when it comes to customers, customers are very difficult people. As customers, then how do you handle complaints, and which one is the common one that people always complain at your shop?
Yeah, I think there are so many complaints. Yes, there's so many complaints, and I'm one person that is very attentive when people give out complaints. Maybe I would come to the price. So, for instance, you as a customer will come, but you want to support and 5 culture before you are selling to patch. You understand? I won't come out as a customer coming up. I will respond in a lovely, matured, and professional way.
Okay.
Yes. Because you're my boss. Without you, the business can't run.
Okay.
Yes. So what we normally do is say, it's a different brand. The brand one, you just try to make them understand why yours it's at the 5 quarter.
Okay.
Yeah. You try to just talk with them just around there. Maybe it's a combined one, or maybe the brand is maybe it is locally made, stuff like that. Then definitely someone is maybe I think that can be because the brand that I saw that side is pink. What they have is orange. Maybe that's what the difference is. So you understand. So then the other thing is when clients complain about my staff. Yes. When they complain about my staff, the way they were attended to, I take it very, very seriously.
Okay.
Yes. That I will try to investigate and make sure that I have the information about what transpired.
Okay.
Then I don't spare anyone.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally, even when they know, I always tell them to say, do your next thing. Whenever a customer comes, gives a complaint, listen to them. And make sure that you work on them.
Then, talking of customers coming to buy your products, what are some of the products that give you, or that brings a lot of gross profits to you? When it comes to buying, then to you, it brings you a lot of gross profits.
Okay, I mean for me, like this season, let me put it this. Yeah, I'll talk about this season, then I'll also include January. Okay. So this season, as you know, there are a lot of costs. So definitely I know what to bring. Okay. Yes. So people are coughing a lot, people got flu, people got fever and everything. So when I get my products, I'll make sure that I concentrate much on those things that won't take about 10-15 days. They have to finish. Yes. But I also make a profit there, then again I go back get allowance. So like if it's just general, I think fever has been a very
dominant.
Exactly. It's like it's every day people are complaining of fever, and contraceptives.
Okay. Then talking of gross profit now, let's talk of biggest cost centers. Maybe payrolls or rent. Which one is your most biggest cost?
My biggest cost is payment in the management.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the rentals, transport, and everything. I'm just talking about paying and management.
Okay.
Yeah, because so running a farmer's business is really strong. It's not something that you can just, I'm not discouraging you, but I'm just being honest. Because a pharmacist gets a lot of money.
Okay.
Yes. A pharmacy gets a lot of money. Those are professionals. So just those two, I think they want to be the Lord.
They get some of the gross profits, which is made.
That was really, I think I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Because when I combine it with these are the remaining ones, I think they do.
Then, what's your target, especially when it comes to you selling pharmacy products? What's your target, and are you hitting that target that you made when you were starting, or what?
Yes, I think I'm progressing.
So what's your target?
So my target was a bigger pharmacy than that.
Okay.
Yes, that was my target. Even when I started, I need to have a bigger pharmacy than this one that I have. And I'm almost there.
Okay.
Yeah. I think very soon from now, you stop seeing us there. You will say, where we are building a big one now.
Okay. Then, talking of compliance and risks, we know nowadays to say when you go to the clinic, people are given prescriptions and stuff. Go to a pharmacy, then you go and buy this stuff. How do you handle prescription verification? You know, to say this prescription has come maybe from the clinic or from the hospital.
So the way we handle the prescriptions, firstly, whenever a prescription,
Do you also check the handwriting?
yeah, we do. Because like for instance, we are friends, you are a doctor, we are friends. I'll be able to tell. I know his everything. So, but the way we handle prescriptions, when you come with a prescription, firstly, we'll make sure that the facility where you're coming from is indicated there.
Okay.
They need to put a date, then it has to be stamped, signed, and the kind of medication you're supposed to be given has also to be included.
Okay.
So, somebody can't, you can't, like for me, just get a prescription somewhere, write, and I go with it in pharmacy to buy medicine. It's not possible because there's certain things that will differentiate. Yeah, let me say from a counterfeit and an original, where it is coming from, clinic or the hospital. So they differ. So when you bring those prescriptions, what tends to do, then we'll keep them in our records.
Okay.
Yes.
Then, talking of growth and strategies, what are your top 3 challenges blocking growth right now?
I think I would say the change of prices.
Okay.
Yes. Change of prices. Change of prices really affects my growth.
Okay.
Yes. Because you find today you get something like 90 kwacha. 2-3 days, it's at 40 kwacha.
Okay.
Yes. And you still have the old one. So for you to grow rapidly, it's a challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then do you have any extra capital, and why you would want to invest in another field apart from pharmacy?
Yes, I have.
What field is that? Maybe you would like to share with our viewers, or maybe just private?
Yeah, though I've already started. Although that one, I left it with my manager because that is what she understands better. So we started with cosmetics.
Okay.
Yeah, we started including cosmetics. I'm sure when you visit your pharmacy, you will find it there. Then the next thing is we want to also venture into veterinary products. Then from there, poultry products. Then also agro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then do you partner with any doctors, clinics, or NGOs?
No, I've never partnered with anyone.
Okay.
Yes, I've been. I think I've been just like this.
Then when your customer comes to your pharmacy, how do you educate them?
About what?
When maybe they come with a prescription, they don't know what to do, what to use the medication for, how do you educate them?
Okay, so for example, you come to our facility without a prescription and you're not feeling well. Yeah, of course we attend to you. But in a situation where we ask you to go to the hospital.
Okay.
Yes. Because you come to us and say, yesterday I overweight. Yeah, I overweight too much. I had a lot of weight, so I'm feeling stressed. We tell you to say, I go to the hospital. You will feel demoralized.
Okay.
Yes, you feel demoralized. But what was an impossible in Panama? Go to the hospital, ask them and that next time. So we'll give you something that's going to help you, so that you feel better. But now you come, you want to sugar, then you vomiting, and then who ask you what is the problem? You come, you get a paper, you get a motor. Ask you should go to the hospital first. When you go to the hospital, they will do the checkups. And you may definitely they will find what is bothering you. And when they find it, they will give you a prescription. They won't just tell you to say, Madam, we have malaria. Then you're going to malaria. Yeah, they will make sure they do the needed test and you'll be given the prescription. Now, go to a pharmacy and buy the prescribed medicine.
Okay. So before we let you go, any plans in the next 12 to 24 months that you have for your business?
I think that is what I've mentioned earlier on. Yeah, I think the plans that I have right now is just to expand my business.
Okay.
All I need right now is just to expansion. The business has to expand from where it is right now, and also include other things that I've never done before.
Okay.
Yes. So that we come 12 months from now or 2 years, the story should be different.
Okay. So any encouraging words to the youths out there who will be watching us? Maybe they think to say pharmacy never could be shade, because we know that you are still youth and we are still youths. Any encouraging words to the youths out there?
Oh yeah. So I would like to encourage my fellow youths. I think it is very much important to, first of all, to be self-disciplined.
Okay.
I know we are living in a society where technology has taken over. You know, it's leading, and we've lost it all. But otherwise, we still have chances like to make correct decisions. So, one thing that we need to do as youths is that instead of waiting for somebody to empower or to employ you, let's learn to empower and employ ourselves. Not to say until we get paid 20 spin. Even just, not by insulting, just do the right thing. You can become somebody. Start from where you are, in short. Start from where you are. Start from where you are. I think that will be the best term to use. So by doing so, everything will fall in place.
Okay.
Sure.
So thank you so very much for coming to this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Kapanula Jr. for having me.
Okay.
I'm so grateful that I've featured in your podcast.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
We are wishing you all the best stuff, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We hope to see you to come and get one or two products today. We expect you.
No problem.
Sure.
So this was Let's Talk Ticheze podcast. We are talking to Mr. Jethro Phiri. I commonly call him Mr. Masemu Farmers. My name is Kapandula Emmanuel. Now, don't forget to follow our Facebook page. It's Ticheze Digital Content Creators, as well as our YouTube channel. It's Ticheze Digital Content Creators, including on TikTok. On TikTok, we use abbreviations. It's ITDCC. On behalf of the entire crew, it's bye-bye for now.